So, your new signing, how pleased are you to have him and how difficult was it to get him?
Well, we knew there was a lot of competition for this very talented young player, we knew that, and there's no doubt that we have got a very good young talent. We're delighted to have him, Natalie. He's an excellent addition to the midfield position. He's certainly not a replacement for Guardiola because they're completely very different type of players. And we wish Pep all the best, obviously, at his new club. We now bring in this young player for his new challenge. What was very interesting last night is when we asked him about a squad number, we gave him a number of different squad numbers. And without knowing who had what previously, he picked number 7. So we now find that he is now the number 7 of this club.
What does he offer you, do you think? You say he's not a replacement for Pep, so what does he offer you?
Well, let me clear one myth up at the moment. We don't believe in sitting midfield players, defensive midfield players. We believe that midfield players at this football club have got a number of different roles to play, and that is they have to pass the ball, they have to be creative. They have to be able to create chances and score goals. They have to be able to win tackles and screen in front of their back four. They have all got a defensive role to play and all got an offensive role to play. And that's exactly what young Nate brings us. He brings us a young player that can certainly screen and tackle. He can certainly create and score goals. And he is a very, very good up-and-coming young midfield player that I'm sure will have a great career.
Now, we understand, if it's right, that Chelsea offered him a lucrative 5-year deal in the summer, so Jose Mourinho mustn't have wanted to have let him go. Did you speak to Mourinho about him?
Well, obviously, I think Jose may know a little bit about football, if that is the case. But no, listen, he is what he is. He's a fantastic young talent, and he speaks to everybody. I spoke to many different people, obviously, Ryan Bertrand and Sam Hutchison, and people like that. Also, Henry Lansbury was a big influence here with regards to the type of lad he was. And as you do, you speak to many different people. But they're the players that we had a word with on this young player and his background and what was going on through that due diligence process. But I'm delighted because he's a good talent, very good talent. He's a very good lad as well. He's the right type that we want to bring to this football club, not only off the field but also on the field. And we look forward to working with him.
One step at a time, I know, but do you want to keep him after January?
One step at a time, Natalie. There you go, asking me some difficult questions again.
The fluffy bunny's at it again.
This is the first, Natalie.
What about other signings? We've got to ask you, and the fans, as we've said before, keep going on about, are you looking for a lone striker as well?
Well, I believe we've got very good strikers here. Not to everyone's liking, of course, but certainly very good strikers. We're still working on the jigsaw puzzle, and I believe that when we get that sorted, then we'll get more crosses that allow strikers to score more goals. We'll get more creativity that allows strikers to score more goals. So we're always looking in the loan market, yes. We have got very good strikers here, yes, and we'll keep trying to do what we believe is the right thing to do.
So yes, you are looking for a lone striker, a striker to get in on loan.
I think at this point I better say, because I've been saying it very regular in the last week, no comment.
How's Kelvin Wilson? What's the latest on his injury?
Yeah, he's touch and go, Natalie, for tomorrow. He's obviously picked up this back problem, but at the moment we're still waiting to assess how he comes on this morning, and then of course tomorrow morning's fitness test, and we'll do that probably first thing in the morning.
What about Doncaster this weekend? Another away game, 5th in the table. It's all going well with 7 games. How do you see this one?
Well, it's another very difficult championship game. You know that yourself, that irrespective of badge history, spend, squad depth, all these other things that people sometimes mention, we know that every game is difficult in the championship, and this will be a very difficult championship game. But we're looking forward to it. We'll keep trying to be consistent as what we've been so far this season. And we'll go down there and we'll work very, very hard and do what we can.
The most important thing is the football, but people are always asking about this silly media blackout. What can you say about that, if anything? Why are you not speaking to certain sections of the media?
Look at YouTube. Look at my press conference after the game. If you want, I'll show you 29 or 30 DVDs of the last 29 or 30 games that I've been here since the second time of my arrival. And then we'll see if there's a media blackout, or we'll see if there's a situation. There's only been, I think it's 2 people have been banned from this football club, but they've been banned for certain reasons. They know what the reasons are. One chose to go public on that. He's had his say. We will have our say in the future, but not at the moment. And we're very comfortable with how we're handling the media, how we're handling the media blackout, and how we're handling the so-called many journalists that have been banned from Nottingham Forest.
Well, I've got to
You're
ask
asking
you.
me dodgy questions again.
So just again on Kelvin Wilson, is it a long-term injury or nothing too much to worry about?
Well, we don't know at the moment, Natalie. I don't think it'll be long-term, but certainly he may miss Saturday. That'll be dependent on today and tomorrow, how he comes through his training sessions, but we'll see what happens tomorrow.
How are you feeling then at the minute? I mean, it is only 7 games, but because, you know, Forest has this brilliant badge, people are always talking about you at the minute. And can you see you getting in that top 6, or with now the likes of Nate and the other players you're looking for, is it top 2 for Forest?
I find it amazing, Natalie, you know, that when I was speaking to the press, apparently the last time I was here, then of course there was all this press speculation and all these stories and bits and pieces. It's amazing that when you so-called don't speak to the media, that you actually get more media and more coverage than what we're getting this time around. So
You can't get rid of me, can you?
Listen, we certainly can't get rid of you, that's for sure. But no, it is what it is. We know that we've got a club here that's got a great tradition and a great history and a great badge. We know that, and we know that there's always people that are trying to sometimes help and sometimes hinder what's going on here. But we're very comfortable. We've got a great chairman, great family that's running the club. We're all on the same page, we're all together in what we try to do. We make all these decisions together, we look at the issues and the problems together, and we'll keep moving this club forward for the benefit of what is a wonderful support of Nottingham Forest.
Just finally, you mentioned Fawaz, he's been here this week. Who was more angry about certain matters on Tuesday? Dare I say the referee, him or you? He's incredibly passionate, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's extremely passionate, and you know, he knows himself that you know, he wants to win games of football. He's very committed and passionate. I'm dreading him coming down to the training ground this morning. He still believes in his heart and soul that he's a striker. He still believes he could wear the number 29 jersey. I told him that his diet has to be re-evaluated, because at the moment I don't think it's particularly good to put him into the team, but once he comes down we'll see his ball skills, and I'm sure you would agree he's not ready for this 18-man squad yet.
Brilliant, thank you.
He talks some shape.
We do.